Welcome back everyone, and if you're new here, my name is Rob Macfarlane and I take your favourite film and TV and I analyse it to tell you just how the filmmakers do it. Grab a cup of coffee, sit back, relax. We're going to take a look at the best dinner scene ever. Today is a banger episode for you. We're going to be taking a look at the dinner scene from Black Mass, the brilliant, fantastic dinner scene that was actually released before the movie was released because it was just so good. I mean, wow. The drama in this moment alone is worth watching this movie. So if you haven't gone to see Black Mass, just go watch it now. It's so worth it. So without further ado, grab your coffee. Let's get to it. Pause. We're on a wide shot. It's actually quite an unusual wide, but let's find out why. You'll see it's kind of strangely weighted. Most wide shots are made to be quite symmetrical or feel to be quite evenly weighted. Yet we get a really distinct feeling that there's a reason for the unusual weighting at this table. You see FBI agent number 1, as I will dub him, in the center of the frame. You see FBI agent number 2 is on the right-hand side of the frame. And then Jamie Bulger, played by the enigmatic Jonny Depp, on the left-hand side of frame. And then you also see one of Jamie Bulger's henchmen on the leftmost edge of the frame. In fact, he's kind of cut off by the edge of the frame. This is a really strange setup, but it does a few things dramatically straight away. First of all, FBI agents 1 and 2 believe that they are in control, believe that they have power, so they take up the majority of this image. Jamie Bulger, on the other hand, is cornered. His henchman is off the edge of frame. Now this again is actually more about the FBI's perspective of this situation than it is about how Jamie Bulger feels about this situation. And at the end of this analysis, I'm going to reveal the purpose of this entire scene and why all of these creative elements come together to create a whole meaning.
Stevie, what's the matter with you? You're quiet tonight, huh?
You got a problem with people keeping their mouths shut.
You'll notice that this scene has zero composing until the very end. So therefore it has to rely on incredibly strong acting, scripting, framing, and editing to really pull out the most dramatic scene possible. And my gosh, it does.
So, guys.
But then we cut to another wide shot. This is really unusual because normally most scenes aren't covered by multiple wide shots because they're actually quite impersonal. We don't really get to see the performance of each character. But there's a really good reason we have a second wide shot at this table. This one actually submerges Jamie Bulger and his henchmen in darkness. They are silhouetted by the light at the dinner table, whereas we see the two FBI agents clear as day, fully lit. This is a really, really nice touch because this lets us know the two sides of what will be this dinner, but it also lets us know another thing. The FBI are known quantities. We understand who they are and we understand that they're corrupt, but we don't fully understand Jamie Bulger and his henchmen, and more importantly, the FBI don't understand who Jamie Bulger really is. So even though the FBI think that they have this gangster under control, this scene is about to let us know otherwise.
I hate to bring this up at a social dinner, but there's this detective in Florida that keeps calling us about Callahan, asking questions and
So now we move to the meat and veg of this scene, pun intended, because they're eating. So we're still on the wide shot from behind. and FBI agent number 1 starts to raise a new topic. He has an agenda. He wants to talk about business of some sort. But instead of cutting to look at that FBI agent as he talks, we first cut to FBI agent number 2. Now, his reaction is very interesting. It seems as though talking about business was not what he expected at this table. He seems to be less interested in talking business and more about enjoying the company of these people at his table. So he seems to be a little disappointed.
He just won't leave it alone, and I have to handle it.
Asking his particular favor, we see that he's relatively nervous. We then cut to a slightly wider shot on Jamie Bulger.
And I have to handle it. Then handle it.
You'll notice here, Jamie Bulger is looking down. He's not really that concerned with this request. In fact, he ends up throwing this request straight back in his face.
Then handle it.
They start to realize just what type of fox they let into the chicken house. By Jamie Bulger telling him to deal with his own problem, he lets them know that he isn't there to serve them. As much as they thought that he was on their leash, we're starting to understand that that maybe isn't the case.
Then handle it. Handle it? Wow.
Jamie Bulger now takes control of this dinner scene in one of the most twisted psychological journeys I have ever seen. First of all, he opens with what seems to be a thinly veiled threat.
And Morris, you and I gotta have a little sit down here.
And then, just like any good gaslighter, totally disarms the entire situation.
What the fuck did you marinate this steak in? Because it's out of this world. You're killing me with it.
To show this cut in tension, we cut away from the close-up shots where everything is super intense, and we cut to the reverse shot where we see Jamie Bulger and his henchmen in the darkness.
Oh, you're killing me with it.
No.
It's
a family secret.
Now, although this feels less intense, it's no less unnerving because, again, they're still in darkness. We can't see what they're doing. We can't see how they look. So their body language, what they're saying with their face and their expression, we can't see, and this actually makes us feel uncomfortable. Most other movies would have cut instinctually to the wide shot at the end of the table where we could see all the characters interacting with each other. I think, however, this is a more interesting and slightly more effective cutting choice.
I got a knife over here. Oh, come on.
Again, disarming the two FBI agents. He's now disarmed them twice in a row. They realize that maybe he's just having fun with them.
What's the family secret recipe?
It's ground garlic and a little bit of soy.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
This is the moment we get the reveal of the family's secret recipe for this steak. However, what this also lets us see is the body language of both Jamie Bulger and FBI agent number 2. FBI agent number 2 seems to relax off, whereas Jamie Bulger doesn't. We then cut to a tight over-the-shoulder shot on the FBI agent from Jamie Bulger's perspective. This is him watching this FBI agent acutely.
I thought it was a family secret.
This completely subverts our expectations because we're not expecting a family recipe to elicit an incredibly dangerous response.
It's a recipe.
No. You said to me this is a family secret.
The cutting here is impeccable. When we're on the FBI agent, it's kind of loose, sloppy, wide. It's a long shot, mimicking that the FBI agent is scrambling to find something, but he's just lost for words.
It's a recipe.
No.
But then when we cut back to Jamie Bulger, the cutting is reflecting his state of mind. He is absolutely laser focused on what he is trying to achieve in this moment.
Don't look to John, because he's not gonna fucking help you.
More than any other moment up until this point lets us know that he is in control of this situation. Can I just say that all three actors in this scene are incredible and absolutely nail it.
Look at his fucking face. Hey, I'm fucking with you.
Again, just like a gaslighter, he then says how he was joking. This is actually a really subtle mirroring of the beginning of this scene.
You got a problem with people keeping their mouths shut?
I'm breaking your balls.
It's almost as if Jamie Bulger is doing the same thing back to them. Coffee time! Thank you so much for making it this far in the episode. Don't forget, hit like, hit subscribe, because it really helps me keep making videos for you.
I'm fucking with you. Hey, I'm fucking with you. It's a recipe. Couldn't give a shit. Tastes great. I'm fucking with you.
And so Jamie Bulger convinces the two FBI agents at the table that he's just ribbing with them. He's just joking and it means nothing. Or does it?
You got me too. Listen, I want to make a toast to success.
Jamie Bulger runs rings around these two FBI agents. He twists them 3 times in this scene, letting them know psychologically, telling them that he is completely out of their control and he has completely asserted his dominance in the scene, which is exactly what he wanted to do from the very beginning.
Just getting started.
Now at the end of the scene, Jamie Bulger leaves the table. Now instead of cutting to the next scene, we hold on the two FBI agents' faces. We don't meet the henchman's face. No, we look at the two men who have been utterly defeated.
Jamie, she's sick. She's fine.
This scene in Black Mass is for good reason so worthy of analysis, and it really is just utterly laced with brilliant creative choices and cinematic language. So if you're a budding filmmaker, check out my link above and down below to my Cinematic Language 101 course to help you master your cinematic language.